Hey guys, this is the Craze Channel. I'm just trying to be kind of quiet because the building's a bit quiet right now. It's just crazy. These people, I swear to God, these people that live here, honestly, their area codes from all over the place, texting, group texting, such dumb bullshit. Someone bumped their stove and got a burner out of whack. And the gas, and they freaked out so bad. The whole building freaked out because some kids thought it was going to explode. Got some dude, I mean, I have about 20 text messages concerning this. And then there are all these doors in here. And then somebody pulled the door off to the basement where the laundry room is. And you can't get in there. And then it's just laying there. And the manager hasn't done anything. And I wanted to do laundry. I'm like, I was going to take my pliers down there and shit like that and open it. But I just thought, you know what? Fuck it. Because the manager's building is right there and he would have heard me fucking around with it and maybe yelled at me. I don't know. It's like, I'm going to start, I don't know. I'm going to stay here for a while. But the group text thing with, oh my God, are we safe? Are we safe? Oh my God, I'm coming home from work now. And I said to myself, and this has been going on, this was last week. They saw a Wisconsin Energy truck. It's a huge, busy street that I live on. And then in an ambulance. Well, okay, there are ambulances in and out of these buildings all the time. And if you go back down a few blocks, there's like there's a section, I think it's subsidized housing. I've been in there years ago. It's not very pleasant. It's loaded with all these Russian people that came here and they try to scam people. Because a doctor called me once and I think it was like 2003. He said, these people try to scam me all the time. And he threatened me and all this crap. Left a message. And I went, oh my God. I spent like 6 days trying to get a hold of him. And then he apologized to me. And I was just like, wow, okay. It's a long story. But, okay, so there's an ambulance next to a We Energies truck. Oh my God, this is an emergency. This is an emergency. Did anyone see this? Are we okay? Is everyone are we in danger? They're text messaging. Are we in danger of an explosion? This whole explosion thing has been going on for a week and a half. Was there an explosion somewhere? I'm like, well, there's a sign that says utility work ahead. And the ambulance is there probably because someone needed an ambulance. I didn't even say that. I just said there's a utility sign there. But it went on and on. And then I said to myself today, I said, there is no evidence to suggest to me that there's an emergency here. And I was right. It was just a bunch of people overreacting, like big time, like to the point where I had someone knocking on my door with a meter. And I say, hey, what's going on? You know, I saw them. I looked through the people. I'm like, what the fuck is this? They were pounding on the door. And I'm like, this is insane. I said, I think people are overreacting a bit. And they said, we don't know that because they have to do their job. They come out. Oh, they did. Somebody. And I just said, hey, what's what happened to this whole huge gas leak? It just all of a sudden ends on the text. Oh, I bumped my stove. I bumped a burner. Everything's fine. Unfortunately, I'm such a dork. And then put an emoji on it. And I'm like, okay. Because these people, and a bunch of new people just moved in. They're clearly freaked out because they don't have any life skills or experience, and they lack critical thinking skills. I knew there wasn't a problem. I didn't smell anything. I mean, I was out in the hall. I'm like, well, okay, so like, oh, it's on the second floor. Well, no. And then, oh, it's on the third floor. And I'm like, where? Oh my God, there's a doorknob falling off. I'm like, where? On what entryway? On what door? Oh, going down to the basement. I'm like, great. What if somebody needs to get down to their stuff or get to the utility room or something like that? Oh, or there's a real emergency, or you need to get to the breaker box. I was just like, oh my God. Okay. What if they need to throw the main breaker, for example, and you can't get down there? This has just been going on. There are like a bunch of new people that just moved in, and this has been going on since they moved in. I'm like, please stop. And then it's just crazy, but this is the way the mind of the average person in the United States thinks right now. They don't think things through, take responsibility on their own to try to figure out what's going on and then come to a conclusion. They immediately think it's emergency. They use the word, are we safe? Are we safe? Oh my God, I'm coming home from work right now. OMW, on my way. I'm just like, what the? And I'm like sitting back, and I just said, I just don't think there's a problem. This guy's got a meter and he's running up and down the hallway. And I'm like, I said, I think somebody might be overreacting. Oh, no, we've got to check it, ma'am. I said, I'm fine. I said, you can just count me out. There's nothing going on in this place. There's no gas smell. There's no gas leak, Oh, well, we have to check it. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And my guess is possibly, but I'm not sure, that one of the people that just moved in has never had a gas range. And perhaps a mom or grandma or dad has never had a gas range either. And they're just like, oh my God, your apartment's going to blow up. You better not move in there. And now they're freaked out, and their imagination has just run to high heaven. And then I saw the guy whose apartment it was in, and he was so freaked out. He was on the telephone. He had this scared look on his face. And I'm like, I also know, well, I sold a house once where this happened. And the buyer went in for the last walkthrough, and he freaked out and went into a nervous panic because he thought the place was going to blow up and his kids were going to die. Oh, and then they think it's related to carbon monoxide, the natural gas. Oh, we're going to die of carbon monoxide poisoning. If I read some of this shit to you guys wouldn't believe it. And I'm like, okay. So I spent from 2 p.m. to like 10 p.m. with this bullshit. I'm like, this is, so we're like, it was the first of the month, or a few days after the first of the month, these people moved in. And there's an area code from northern Wisconsin, one from the middle of Wisconsin, and then all from like northern Chicago area. Just like, fuck, It's really hard for me to deal with, guys. And then the manager could have just tried to open the door at 8 o'clock at night or whenever that happened, just so that, and prop it open. But the guy was like smoking weed in his apartment and hanging out with his cat. I saw him. I was out there. I saw his window open and he was there. And I'm just like, oh, and it starts raining out. And someone came and opened all the windows. There's all this water coming all over the place. So then I'm running around like 2 of the floors anyway, trying to, wipe up the water and shut the, technically speaking, if you open a window here right next to a tree and it's wide open and there isn't a screen on it, there's a lot of shit that could fly through here. And the screen's right there. They didn't bother just to pull it down. Yeah, okay. Now everything's soaked. All the wood is all wet and shit. I'm like, wow. I just, just think of it. You're living with people that are thinking on that level. That's more frightening than any type of gas leak. And then we get to this. BuzzFeed News. These photos show how Uvalde, Texas is mourning in the wake of the school massacre. By the way, I can't find any other pictures. I can't find actual pictures. You know why? Guess why? It didn't happen. ITDIDNOTHAPPEN. It was an FALSE complete and total. So this tells me that it happened. Okay. And people think that my channel photo is airbrushed. Alrighty. Well, I suppose at least you're thinking. So that's it. How to eliminate. Oh my gosh, come on. I'm not going to shave my face like a dude. This is insane. So this is it. These photos, where are the rest of them? Law enforcement broke windows. They blame it on mental health now. Oh, they're going to go after. Okay, so this tells me that it happened. Okay. Well, where are the pictures? Let me ask you another question. Where were the ambulance vehicles? And why were people this is okay, so I am going to link to a video, and if you don't have an interest in it, then just forget it. Don't bother linking to the video. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Don't troll me. You know where I'm coming from. And I see a dude and a woman hugging. And then Kris Jenner to marry for the third time. You know what? I might cry just realizing the kind of day I had, and then even having to respond to you guys. You know why? Because the fact that Meghan Markle was down there tells me all I need to know. What the fuck would she be doing at a crime scene? She's pushing the anti-gun agenda. Okay? Which, quite frankly, is going to take gun ownership, and you're going to have guns like scattered all over the place. I'll tell you that right now. Because things like people might pass away, there might be a safe, it might be loaded with stuff, and it goes to one person, goes to another, and then what? How do you keep track? Just an interesting tidbit. It didn't happen. This is a good one. I'm going to send a link to it. Please wake up. And no, don't send me, oh, so-and-so was there or whatever. Great. All it means is that this person is a trained actor. Why isn't she visiting her daddy? Yvonne, she not only was she on the phone when daddy had his stroke, but she can't travel because she just had surgery. Bullcrap. You can travel with surgery. People do it all the time. Your dad is laying in a hospital bed and might die, and you're not going to try everything you can to make it to see him? It's all shit. Where's Tom Markle Jr.? Where's Carl? What's the deal with them saying, I want to buy the house next door, and taking pictures of it? And then putting it on a YouTube video. And people said, well, it wasn't Tom that did it. It was Carl. Well, they're a remarkable friendship. Come on. They're doing all these YouTube videos together and shit. Oh, well, it was only one person's idea. Well, then cut it out of the video. Whose channel is it? Is it Carl's channel? Is it Tom's channel? Come on, guys. What do I have to do to get it into your head? All right, I'm going to split. Let's end with this because I can't take it. All right.